Okay, so you feel confident in private, but small in public. Let's handle that, okay? The first thing that I'm getting about why you feel like you can be confident in private and small in public is because you haven't felt completely safe to be your authentic self. Okay, so let's dig into that and get some more insight. Make your own rules, make your own way, make your own cool, make your own stage. Interesting. We got this card recently, I think last week. We got it again. How do you recover a conversation when it drops into a low frequency? I understand already why it's coming out for this topic. Make your own rules, make your own way, make your own cool, make your own stage. One of the reasons why you feel like you have to be confident, or you feel most confident in private, but then you feel small in public, is because when you've spoken out before about how you feel about your truths, people would talk about you or make you feel like you were the problem. I'll give you a perfect example, okay? So, growing up, for multiple reasons, we're not going to dig into it because I'm healed, okay? But it's just a truth that I know you can relate to, because that's why I'm bringing it up. When I was younger, I dealt with a lot of bullying from family, okay? So I dealt with a lot of bullying from family, people that I was closest to. It actually never really bothered me as much with the people I didn't know. It was the people that I did know, that I was closest to, that really hit my heart the most, right? So I would deal with that a lot. And I got in a relationship with someone, and this person would talk about me a lot. Like every little single thing that I did, every little thing I do, okay? He was on my vibe, right? And so I spoke out about it because people often joke about stuff that they're serious about, and I know this, right? And as a psychic and as an energetic sensitive, I can sense, I'm like almost a living, walking lie detector, okay? So it's like I could sense what's real. I could sense that you want to joke and you want to make fun of it, but you really mean that ish, right? And so it was making me uncomfortable. And so one time I was like, hey, you know what? I just want to let you know, I grew up with people talking about me all the time. Like, this person knew my story, right? And I was like, it makes me feel uncomfortable. And getting the courage and to be upfront and upright with how I felt about it, my boundaries, the response was, well, this is my love language, right? And this is how I treat it. So if I can't make fun of you, then you're saying I can't be myself. That was the response. And so it made me feel like I was the one who was out of place for not wanting to be made fun of. I was the one who was out of place for not wanting to be talked about because I had a scar there. I had trauma there. So you think it's fun, but it's not. So are we talking about love or are we talking about control? What are we talking about here, right? And so that was the issue that I dealt with. And so this person continued to continue. And then it made me want to shrink and shut down more because now I don't want to be my vibrant, authentic self because every single thing I'm doing, you're making fun of it. You have to point out everything that I do. You have to point out why I'm so different about every single thing, right? I know I'm different. Yes, I'm alien. I come from the stars, right? So I'm not going to be like everybody else, right? And so this is the same thing with you. I feel like you feel confident in private because that's the place where nobody's talking about you. That's the place where nobody's going to pick and pull at every single little thing that you do, right? And so when your frequency would drop in conversations, you have tried to speak out about it, but not everyone has ever always respected how you feel. And here's the real. And this is what I've learned now. If I speak up about my boundaries and you don't respect it, that means you need to be outside the gate. Period. Okay? So if you have boundaries, or there's a way that you need to express yourself to be authentically true and to be eclectically free and to show your divinity in its own right, right? Maybe you do want to frolic a little bit, and that's fine. Okay? Maybe you do want to watch this or do this, as long as it's like grounded and healthy. It's not going to take you out of your divinity, right? But maybe you need a little bit of this and a little bit of that for balance, right? I'm a goofy person by nature. So I know when to be goofy, I know when to be serious, but I need to be able to have that balance. I need that freedom. And if I can't be with someone who can respect it, it's not for me to shrink back and say, well, let me give them the freedom. They need to be themselves, but I can't be myself? What? What kind of foolishness? What kind of devilish is that? Huh? Right? And so this is the same thing for you. We have to be, I remember when I read this scripture by Jesus in the Bible, I was so confused. Jesus said, I did not come to bring peace but a sword, to turn mother against daughter and father against son. And I was like, what the heck? I thought it was peace across the world, you know? I thought it was this little light, I'm going to let it shine, and let's hold hands and march down the streets, and sure. But there's got to be a little bit of war before we get there, right? And there has to be standing up for your boundaries. So I don't care if it's your mother, I don't care if it's your father, I don't care if it's your child, sister, brother, best friend, aunt, uncle, somebody off the street. If you're speaking the truth, and you're speaking the boundaries that you need so you can continue to shine and be God, so that this world can go into harmony, we can build this new nation and go into the new earth, and somebody's not respecting that, that's because they're not qualified to be in your presence. Let that one sit there for a minute. And we have to be strong enough to walk away when it comes time to choose. Choose who you're going to serve. Are you going to serve their insecurities? Or are you going to serve the God and the divinity within? Because that childlike heart is part of God. You need that. It's a part of your being. And if somebody doesn't respect it and they can't protect it, that means they're automatically rejected by their own choices. It's hard, but it's the truth. Okay? That's the card right there. I attract abundance, success, and positivity into my life. The way that you're going to attract the abundance, success, and positivity in your life is by being your true, authentic self. Okay? And that's not just in private. Now, you can practice being your authentic self in private, but you also be that in public. And remove yourself from the places that you don't belong, because they're going to try and dim your brightness. They're going to try and kill your light. I promise you there's a vibe and a tribe for you. But you have to be willing to walk yourself through to that place, and from the places that no longer are a match for your vibe and for your true. And as we evolve, those circles change and shift. If those circles are not evolving and shifting too, then that means we might go into a brand new fractal, a brand new dimension, a brand new cipher, a brand new reality, a brand new world where those people are not at. And that's hard. But we have to be willing to do that for God. Okay, so here are 3 journal prompts to help you face your truth and handle it. The first one is, where do I dim myself around others? Okay. Number 2 is, who benefits when I stay small? And number 3 is, what part of me is ready to be seen anyway? Face it and handle it. Okay? Because we don't hide from the truth. That's what we do. We handle it. Queen Mama Moon here. Peace, y'all.